Hey dear student, welcome to this YouTube channel. This is the third video of matter in our surrounding. If you have not seen the previous video, then click on this I button here. In this video, we will discuss about gas and some other property. So let's start the topic. If we inflate a balloon, what we put inside the balloon? We put air inside the balloon. Did you see the air present in the balloon? No, because generally we are unable to see the gases which are colorless. But some colorful gases are present, like bromine gas. The color of the bromine gas is brown. Iodine gas. The color of the iodine gas is dark purple. These gases we are able to see very easily because they are colorful. And here we are going to discuss about some common physical properties of these gases. Now the gaseous state. This is the third state of matter. Till now we have discussed about solids and liquid state. Solid matter are those matters which have definite shapes and volume. Liquids are those which have fixed volume but have not any definite shapes. Now about the gases. In gaseous state of matter, a matter have not any definite shapes or fixed volume. Gases occupy the whole space of the container. Here you can see, this is a container full of gas with a airtight lid. If we push the lid as shown in the second container, the volume of the gas reduce. If again push back this lid, the volume of the container increase with the volume of the gas also. So from this we learn that the volume of a gas is not fixed. Again, you can change the shape of the gas by replacing another container. So from here, we can define the gaseous state. Gaseous state is a state in which an object does not occupy a fixed volume and have not any definite shape. This is the first property of gaseous state. The next property is the space between the particle is maximum in gaseous state. Here you can see the space between the particles in solid, liquid and gas. In solid, the space between the particles is very less since they are closely packed. In liquid, some space are present since the particles are not that much close to each other. But in the gaseous state, you can able to see the maximum portion of the container are blank. Since the particles are far from each other. That's why it is written the space between the particle is maximum in gas. What is the cause of this space and why the particles are far from each other? The answer is the force of attraction between the particle is minimum. In gaseous state, the distance between the particle is maximum because the force of attraction is minimum. So these two are another property of gas. The property are the space between the particle is maximum and the force of attraction between the particle is minimum. Next one is the moment of the particle is maximum in gas. Since the particles are not closely packed together, they are free from each other and that's why they are randomly travel inside the matter. Here you can see the motion of the particles. That's why it is called that the moment of the particle in the gaseous state is maximum. The next property is they are most compressible. They are most compressible. Here you can see, if you take an injection syringe and if you put a solid, here we are putting the chalk powder, and try to compress the piston, it is very hard to compress the piston. If you put a water in place of salt, slightly you can able to push the piston. And if you replace this water with a gas, you can push the piston at a maximum level. That's why it is called that the gas is the most compressible matter. The last property is the rate of diffusion is more than the solid and liquid. Since the movement of the particle is maximum, the particles are more free to move in any direction. That's why it is easy to mix inside the matter. And we know that the intermixing of the particle is known as diffusion. That's why in the gaseous state, the diffusion is maximum. Hope you have understand about the gaseous state. These are the property of gaseous state. Now we will compare solid, liquid and gas on the basis of shapes and volume. In solid, a matter have a definite shape and have a fixed volume. In liquid, a matter have not any definite shape but have a fixed volume, and in gas, no definite shapes and have not any fixed volume. Now comparison on the basis of distance between the particle. In solid, the distance between the particle is minimum. In liquid, it is intermediate, and it is in gas, it is maximum. What is the cause of this distance? The cause of this distance is force of attraction between the particles. In solid, the attraction force between the particle is maximum. That's why the distance between the particle is minimum, since they are closely packed together. In liquid, the force of attraction between the particle is intermediate, and in gas is the minimum. That's why the particles are able to move freely. That's why the space between the particle is maximum. Next, comparison on the basis of movement of particles. Since in the solids, the force of attraction between the particle is very strong, that's why they are unable to move freely. That's why the movement of the particle is minimum. In liquid, it is intermediate, and in gas, it is maximum, because there is almost zero amount of force of attraction. That's why particles always move from one place to another in random direction. Now on the basis of compressibility. Solids are least compressible, liquids are less compressible, and gas are the most compressible matter. The next, rate of diffusion. In solid, the rate of diffusion is least, in liquid it is more, and in gas it is maximum. So for today, this is the end of the video. If you like this video, please share it to your friend, and don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel.